Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So channel members, you did have a collective message post this morning, so definitely check that out. And if you're interested in channel memberships, that link will always be in the description box below. We're going to use I Scribe Steps ebook volume 2, Master of Mirrors, the contrast collection. I don't know why I felt like I had to say the whole thing. I'm going to have her link down in the description box. Definitely check out her channel, but I'll specifically have the link for this book down there as well. Okay. Taking a step aside. And allowing Spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Something about the flow of things. Flow of things. This collective, whoever I'm speaking to, there was something that we were starting, or something that we were engaging in. And there's something about the flow. It's almost like this flow has slowed down. There's an important reason why this flow has slowed down. I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this. Okay. Oof. Which one first? This one first. Okay. So definitely heavy emphasis on time, but there's also some things going on behind the scenes here. For those of you who really resonate with the interdimensional sort of stuff, I do want to say that I am seeing two mantids here. But the thing I'm being most drawn towards here is this dance. There's like these two legs happening here, this little dance, sidestep. It's kind of how I'm feeling it. But the sidestep here is turned into this little snail butt. It's like a snail. And so there's something about the dance that has slowed down. So that's what's happened. It's the flow has slowed down, and there's some reason for this. I'm seeing a snake head now. I'm being drawn to the snake head in here. And so what that's telling me is something about wisdom, some sort of wisdom and some sort of transformation. Transformation is where it's leading me, because there's some sort of caterpillar here. The caterpillars are giving each other high fives. So there's some sort of good job that we've done in our past phase, but we're not done yet, right? There's something else that's transforming. This transformation is beautiful. It's something that is required to happen for this dance to continue on. I'm seeing something here about a spine. For some of you, this might be literal. There may be something going on within the back, particularly the energy centers in the back. But there may also be something about growing a spine. So having the ability to stand up for oneself, or having better boundaries, or learning to say no. Seeing this now is like I just heard duck-billed platypus for somebody, but how I'm seeing it is a crane. It's like a crane. There's something very graceful in this moment of pause that we're taking. It feels a little calculated. So for those of you who you've been doing something and it's kind of slowed down, the period of pause that we have, there's a transformation taking place within it. This transformation may not be readily available. It might not be something that's completely obvious to us, but it's happening in very deep spaces, and it's happening to, it's almost like graduating us to a place of deeper grace within ourselves. Now, the presence of these caterpillars, these are dark caterpillars, I must say, and there's something a little dark about them. And then when I look at the negative space, it's almost like your stereotypical crooked witch's nose, and like her hat going backwards. So there's something here about some sort of phase that is opening us up magically to transform. There's deeper insights into more esoteric matters, for example, or deeper insights into the way that things within ourselves and outside of ourselves form a pattern. There's some sort of deep internal wisdom that's emerging as we're going through this slower pace. I keep being drawn to this snake head, so there may be something very important about the serpent at this time, like serpent energy or serpent medicine. Okay, now as I'm looking at that, it's almost looking like a ghost that's like lifting off. There may be something in terms of spirits that are around us right now as we're going through this sort of holding period. For some of you, this spirit, it does feel that it is trying to open up some sort of communication. The reason why I'm saying that is because this shape, it's what I'm seeing as a ghost, and this shape is pointing to this right here, which in this negative space, this looks like a face coming from the witch's throat. So there's some sort of expression. Whoever this collective is, there's probably a high degree of magical ability. whether that is telekinetic or it's telepathic or even psychic ability. There's something here that's going on that's just a little extra in this collective, and there does seem to be a being or a passed on loved one or something that's trying to communicate at this time. You may have even felt sensations inside of your throat chakra as this is occurring. I just looked over and I saw my mic is labeled blue. It's a blue mic, and that is bringing me back into that throat center. So there's something here. There's something here for somebody. The color blue might even be standing out for someone. Now, as I'm moving in here, I'm seeing this change, and this almost looks like a headdress, and it's a headdress of somebody that has like this giant Elizabethan collar, and they're kind of got their hands out, and there's like this drapery that's falling down. There's this presence that's extremely powerful that may be around somebody right now, whether that's an internal presence or an external presence. This presence is sort of the thing that is bringing about the change. There's a whole new dawning of garb. Dawning of garb, okay. It's like a whole new energy is being donned by the person who this message is for. There may be some other direction change or something that we've incorporated into our own dance, into our own path for ourselves recently, that while it's going through this lull, it's going through a lull because there's something deep within us that's changing. I'm almost seeing this as the scythe of like the reaper now. And whatever it is, it's tearing out old spaces in order to leave fertile ground for new spaces to develop. It's like there may be some sort of processing that's taking place because of that, especially in root related matters. How we earth, how we ground, how we survive, how we release the need to have our survival mechanisms in place, how we keep ourselves safe, our ideas of comfort, our ideas of security. Going out of your comfort zone might be a lesson that somebody is learning right now, for example. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that this arm is almost behind and pointed down. And this reminds me almost of like a Karate Kid sort of thing, right? Daniel-san. And this is balance. So there's somebody here that you may be having a hard time balancing in this phase. Okay, they're telling me to shift over here. So I saw this as the headdress, the Elizabethan collar, and the robe. And they're saying that that's what this is here. Interesting. It's like the counterpart to that. This is like a headdress, a collar, and then a thin robe, right? And these two, if you look, these are dragons there. So dragons really represent the internal wisdom keepers, right? They're the spaces that aren't necessarily the most enjoyable to experience, as they do represent the shadow within shamanism, for example, and inside our dreams oftentimes. But they're the wisdom keepers. It's through the darkness that we come to the understanding of light. And there's this energy here that somebody here is opening up that portal. They're opening up that gateway, or they already have. They've already established this partnership. There's some sort of information that's beginning to come in. I don't know why this man is making me think of dream states. And I feel like this is a message that's actually coming through very quickly because somebody needs to hear this before tonight, before they go to sleep tonight. That's very specific. All right. Especially a masculine energy or a feminine that is a little bit more masculine in their energy. There are heavy, okay, wow, all right, a lot just came through on that. Someone here, the space where this flow has slowed down a little bit, we may have been a little worried about that. Maybe in the past you were somebody who started projects and didn't finish them, right? But what's happening here is that there is actually this, it's almost like, I don't know why I just heard super ego, but there's, I don't know why. So I'm just going to throw that out there. That might be important for somebody. But it's almost like somebody here, there is this very action-oriented aspect of the deeper subconscious that is stepping forward now. And we see this now as a fully formed butterfly is up here. But this butterfly is almost part of like this, I don't know, it feels like an insignia. It's like, it's some sort of decoration. So it's not just like a normal butterfly, it's a butterfly that has some glam. It's a glam fly. And this energy is very interesting because this is the dream space for me. This is the deep subconscious. There's something transforming inside of our dreams. It's almost like someone here is going to get access to something very important, some sort of important information inside of the dream space being brought forward by this character. So this is sort of a, I'm just going to say like masculine sort of energy from our subconscious that is coming forward to give this character the information that it needs in order to continue this dance. this is what is leading the way for this. So it's like there's something that's going to happen inside of someone's dreams tonight that's going to be very important. So you know, if you are watching this and you resonated with the first part, which is that there is something that you've been trying to do, something you've been doing for yourself, and that it's slowed down a little bit, and you understand that you're in a period where there is a transformation of some kind, right? Whether this is a lesson that we're fully integrating, or being able to choose ourselves first, or, you know, whatever the case is, whatever it is. This transformation is actually very important, because in this transformation, we're being given a new energy. It's like there's part of ourself that is now shedding a layer, but what it's uncovering is this fountain of, I'm just going to say power, right? This spiritual sovereignty, this divinity that is now emerging. And it's going to happen through the process of encountering this being or this person in the shadowy spaces of the dream realm. So let's lay some cards on top of this. We have the Sorcerer coming out, and if you look, no word of a lie. Look at that. When I said the thing about the witch in there, look at that profile. Now look at this guy. It's the same person. So there is here this aspect, this very magical aspect of ourselves. And if you look, the next card is prick up your ears, right? And we almost have that character in here too. If you look at this, kind of like these ears here, and it's almost like stop and listen, prick up your ears. There's something that is being said that's very important. The only way that we're able to hear it, like I said, there seems to be some sort of spirit, some sort of being that's trying to communicate with us, and we're meant to hear this message. We may not be able to hear this message, and so this message is coming this way, right? This has something to do with the joy of the future. The joy of the future seems to be a choice that we have to make. Are we going to go this way? Or are we going to go that way? So for this collective, there may be an important choice. There may even be an opportunity that's coming or has already arrived inside of your life that you're having to make a choice about. I do feel that for some of you, this opportunity involves a partnership of some kind, and you may have a choice in the direction that you want to take. For some of you, and it's just because I'm seeing the number 2. The 2 is standing out to me a lot. Either it's a partnership or it's another direction that maybe you were planning on going in both directions, but there does seem to be some sort of choice or some sort of decisions that we have to make in terms of whatever direction it is that we're heading. I just heard be willing to let go. Okay, and we have the Queen of Night. So again, I'm taking this very literally. The Queen of Night is the subconscious spaces. The time when we have the most access to the subconscious spaces is when we sleep. So I'm going to say it again. This message is very important for somebody. It's almost like it's meant to find somebody before they go to sleep tonight. There seems to be some sort of visitation, some sort of experience that we're going to have in this astral space that may elicit some sort of fear from us. The reason why I'm saying fear is because he's flanked by dragons, right? If it happens in a dream state, it may just be a very shadowy, a very dark sort of dream. And there's a message in there. And so it's very important to try to remember your dreams tonight. If the beginning part of this message resonated for you, if you can identify yourself as that person, because there is something trying to be relayed by spirit. And this message is kind of coming through like a, hey, let them know that I'm going to try tonight. I'm going to try tonight. For some of you, this is, oh no, really? For some of you, this ties back to the last reading I just did that I posted. I'm going to link that at the end of the video. So if this resonates for you, check that video out if you haven't. For some of you, this being or this person has been around for a little while and they haven't been able to make contact with you. They haven't been able to get your attention, or you haven't heard them for some reason. And so that's why they're coming through. There's something deeply magical, ancestral, and primal about this energy as it's stepping forward for me. I'm almost seeing this as like layers and layers and layers of reality, just kind of like I don't know how to put it. It's like almost bending around this being. There's something extremely powerful here, very powerful. And that's probably why it threw manted over here, just because for me, that's like a time-space thing. So there's something going on with time and space. You might be somebody who has had lots of time and space occurrences, whether it's being able to slow time or moving between, you know, how some people will call it, moving between timelines, or if it's even, you know, just time experiments. I'm almost seeing somebody doing like time experiments. That's not going to be for everybody. Someone here, one of the things that's trying to happen, especially with Joy of the Future, is trying to bring you into a place where you actually express fully, right? In that very dynamic, creative way where our soul just kind of unfurls. As people, we have so many layers and cages around ourselves that we keep ourselves locked inside, and we have to be so controlled. And, you know, we're raised and groomed this way from a very early age. Don't be wild. Don't do these things. Act this way. This is how you have to behave. And obviously there's nothing wrong with that. There's a time and place to learn about those things. But the problem with it is that then we stop. We don't know when to put that down, right? And someone here, you seem to have this being is trying to speak to you about this because they seem to be trying to bring out this energy inside of you, if I'm honest. It's like they're trying to bring out this magic worker sort of energy, and this is what they're trying to tap into here. That's what they're trying to speak to. I see it in this sorcerer/witch's throat. There's like another face, and that's what they're trying to speak to. And here in this throat with this face, this is the ego identity. They're trying to speak to the ego identity because they're trying to access this deeper part of self, but they're not able to. And so this is a dream where maybe somebody's going to see for the first time that this is who they are, that they are actually somebody who has access to more magic and more power than what they've realized. Okay. This seems to be an energy that we've let other people steal from us. For some of you, you may have let people steal this from you, but you may have also been the person to give it away. We see that especially when we allow ourselves to get trapped inside of like the savior complex, right? Or the person that has to fix everything, the fixer. I do, however, feel that for some of you, there may be something connected in that is keeping us unsure. And I don't really like taking my messages this way, but I have to because it's going this way. Some of you may have, for example, a familial spirit or something that has traveled with your family or that travels with you that really chisels away at your self-confidence. And you may consider this like an ancestral shadow, for example, rather than just a personal individualized shadow, the shadow of the ancestral collective that you belong to. And there seems to be something about this being wanting to come in and free us from that as well. So this is twofold with these two cards. On one hand, we may have tried to help people in the past, and those people that we helped in the past just took energy from us. And on the other hand, this being is coming in like a hero, trying to essentially take back what was stolen from us. For some of you, it does have to do with some sort of spirit. Again, those spirits usually can be worked with. That's beyond the scope of this particular reading, though. That's not the direction they want to take this. So owls are going to be important for whoever this message is for. Birds in general, I'm hearing that birds in general are going to be very important for whoever this message is for right now. Okay. The hidden one. Some of you know that this being has been around. Maybe something that's kind of shadowy in nature, kind of off in the shadows. It may be, again, going back to the original message, that it may be something embedded in our shadow. It seems to be part of us in some way. It's like a long forgotten aspect of self that is emerging now. And we have the hidden one. This is something that is starting to rise through us. It is particularly embedded inside of our roots. With the number 5, this is the number change. There's something that's changing now. And because there's a change within us, it's allowing this energy to come up. Like I said, there's something about this energy that may be trying to speak to someone tonight particularly. And so pay attention to your dreams. Make it a point when you go to sleep to remember your dreams when you wake up. And any little bit that you remember, plug it into your phone in a little document, in a little text message to yourself. And what you'll find is as you write the keywords, you don't have to write the whole dream, just write the keywords like, oh, I remember a man, and that's all you remember. As you type that out, you're most likely going to have more things come out. Allow yourself the space to do that rather than shooting it down with a limiting belief and saying, I won't remember, right? Allow yourself to keep open the possibility that you will remember if you're the type of person that normally doesn't remember your dreams, because this is a very powerful energy that's trying to make contact. And it's going to break through. The choice is kind of whether or not you're going to place that limitation on yourself to remember or not remember. For some of you, this may be something that you aren't supposed to remember. It might be something that happens and it kind of, it changes you energetically. It's not something for you to necessarily consciously carry forward. If you do remember this particular dream, I am being given very clearly Don't try to dissect it. Allow it to be what it is. There's a message. Allow the message to be the message. Don't get caught up in your head and make it weird. Right? Don't make it weird. We do that as people. So whoever this message is for, I wish you the best of luck with this. Feel free to like this video, and until next time.